Welcome back to Angie's Corner. How the heck are you? What the hell is Josh got going on over here? I don't even want to know. I'm not even going to ask. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know what he's doing. Got my own trouble today, boys. I got my own trouble today. Got a 95 Mustang I got to throw a radiator in. It's a beautiful winter day. Windy. It was raining out, snowing out. Didn't seem to be able to make up what it wants to do today, but drove the Sonnet in. That's that wind. Winds are howling. Drove the Sonnet in today, just because, you know, Sonnet, it's a blast. We got a couple other cool things going on here in the shop. We got we picked up this caddy here. I don't know what we're gonna do. I have to do some work to that soon. It's something we bought out of a new car dealer, had a trade in. So one of the things we got here, you guys might remember the old the S60. That's back today. That's in my bin. Wants to put an aftermarket tranny cooler, and wants to see if we can get some more of his oil leak sealed up. We think either the oil pan or something in the timing covers are leaking. But right now I got this GT here, this Mustang GT convertible. I gotta throw a radiator in it. I've never actually put a radiator in a Mustang. Figured it'd be a good topic for a video. I am a sucker for a cool plate. So I don't even know what this thing is. And it says on the paperwork, just says 95 Mustang. Seems like 75% of the time these things are just 6 cylinders. But I see some meaty rubber and a dual exhaust. This might actually have a, who knows, might even be a 302 under there. Boy, might be pretty cold, huh? Oh, look at that, 5.0, boys. It's got a real 5.0, real small block Ford, not a 4.6 overhead cam and none of that. It's got the old push rod V8 under there. This thing's probably got some torque, even though it's an automatic. That radiator's under that plastic cover. Let's get this thing inside and see what it takes to do a radiator. One of these 5.0s. Now I used to like the old Fox body, late 80s Mustangs. Back when I was young, those were really cool cars. I thought they were nice and torquey. A lot of torque out of this motor. This 302, at least with a 5-speed, not a slush box. So probably shouldn't take this for a pre-repair road test. I really hate not going for a road test, but I'm not sure how much coolant's in this thing or how bad it's leaking. I didn't actually inspect it. The boss actually looked at this. He said one of the tanks was leaking. I don't know if it's a weep or so. We don't need to pooch a head gasket in somebody's Mustang today. So we'll just put this thing in, and if there's any noises to figure out when I'm done, then I'm gonna have to figure those noises out. So anyways, guys, let's see if I'm looking in here for some leaks. I don't really see a whole lot going on. And I see maybe a little bit on this side down there. Let's put this thing up and see what it really looks like. See what's really going on. All right, let's see what we can find under here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. See it? I don't know if you can see it, but it's all drippy. So definitely that right side tank, radiator tank. So yeah, it's pretty open under here. Doesn't look like a very hard radiator to do. Looks like we got some oil leaks. Looks like we got a little oil pan leaking. A little oil pan leaking on this car. Yeah. Alright, so yeah. we get to ripping this thing out, and let's get that new radiator and go for a drive, and then see if we can take a look at that Volvo. I got that radiator in. I didn't really bore you with the R&R. It was real mundane, just to take the radiator out, put the new one in. But I figure we'll take a little drive in this thing. Take a little drive in a 90s Mustang. Like I was saying earlier, growing up, I really liked the Fox body Mustangs. I'd gone for a couple of drives in them with some people that knew how to drive, and I was really impressed with the torque that 302 could put through a manual transmission. Now, this one being an automatic, I'm not expecting anything spectacular. But it should still put some torque down. It should still get going pretty good. I'm not gonna, jump out in front of any big F-350 trucks or nothing, but it's definitely an automatic. It's definitely an automatic. A lot of cowl shake. A lot of cowl shake in these cars too. Just rattly. For those of you that don't know what cowl shake is, that's when you have a convertible car and you hit a bump and you can feel the whole steering wheel and dashboard, shake independent from like the seats and the roof. It's just because there's no support up here, like it's totally surrounded like a cage. It's something that Mustangs are really bad, notorious for. Another thing that I think has a lot of cowl shake that probably shouldn't is the Mitsubishi Eclipse Spiders. If you'd ever, what was that Fast and Furious movie, the second, third, I don't know what number it was, but one of the guys, the black guy, had a Spider, Mitsubishi Spider, and every time I couldn't watch that movie. I couldn't take that movie seriously because I saw that car being turned into a performance car, and it's like, no. But yeah, Mustangs, cowl shake, unibodies. It's something that unibodies, convertibles really have an issue with. Probably better cars that don't have as much an issue with cowl shake would be like a Mazda Miata. Believe it or not, those are pretty tight. I'm not going to say they have no cowl shake, but they have a little. So, yeah, blah, automatic 5.0 Mustang. I guess if you're young and you want to look the part, but I don't really think these are that great. I don't know what they call this. Like I said, I like the Fox body Mustangs back in the late 80s, early 90s, but these ones after that, they just seem like an old Ford Taurus to me. I mean, yeah, I know Ford and Ford, they're made in the same companies, probably the same plant, but I don't know, a performance car shouldn't feel loose. It should always feel tight. Granted, this isn't like a Saline or a Shelby or something. It's just your plain Jane, run-of-the-mill convertible Mustang. No power, really no power. But I'm gonna blame that on the torque converter and the slush box. Just takes too much of the torque away. It takes the crispness you get with the 5-speed, the manual in these. So, anyways, it's getting a little late. I ended up having to get off of this job to go deliver a car for something and pick up that crash. We got a crashed Honda that's been through the cabbage I'm putting together. I had to go pick that up, so that kind of pushed me out on this and that the Volvo. But let me get back. We'll get that Volvo out. We'll see what's going on with that thing. Go around the block and put that up on the lift and see if see where it's leaking from, and try to figure out exactly why this kid wants a tranny cooler, an aftermarket tranny cooler in his S60. Looks like a change of plans. Looks like that. The Volvo is getting pushed off till tomorrow. I guess it was a tomorrow's appointment anyway. I was hoping to get a look at it, but Got that next to the Mustang there. The Mustang's getting picked up. But like I said, we're not really going to be getting into the Volvo today. I got this 3 Series 328i BMW that needs a radiator. I guess, I did a radiator in a Mustang. Now we're going to do a radiator in a Beamer. Oh. This would be the 2.8, I think this is. 2.86 cylinder. Yeah. That Mustang radiator was pretty easy. Something tells me this one isn't going to be as easy. Probably won't be getting this one done tonight. It's already like 4 o'clock. But we'll go around the block. We'll take another little drive in a Beamer. How about that? Boy, it's cold out. Friggin' wind chill. Woo-wee! That wind chill is brutal right now. Alright. Well, I don't expect this to be anything outrageously powerful or crazy or fast or anything. It's just your average low end, middle of the road BMW. Any of you who have watched my channel for a long time knows I'm not a big fan of owning a BMW. Now, owning and leasing are two completely different things. If you lease a vehicle, then by all means lease a luxury car if you can afford it. But if you're gonna like buy a car and own it to pass it down to like your kids or to sell it, to actually own a vehicle, I wouldn't own a luxury make. Definitely wouldn't own a luxury make. There's a reason why like Mercedes don't hold their value at all. They like depreciate so fast, They say the cheapest luxury car to buy is a Mercedes just because the kind of things that go wrong with them just out of warranty. And it seems BMW is pretty much the same way, You pay all the money, doesn't mean they're gonna last forever. Boy, I got another one of my pet peeves going on in this car. I'll show you in a second. But I got a pet peeve on this one. When you got a car and you got your steering wheel, see this cover? You turn the cover and it's like the cover turns and the wheel doesn't turn. I think steering wheel covers should be illegal. Like right now, I'm not even like, the wheel just turns. The wheel just, it's like I'll go whichever way I want to go. You don't need a good grip on the wheel. It's right there with suicide knobs. Suicide knobs are illegal up here. I don't know if they're illegal in all 50 states here in America, but I know in Massachusetts and New Hampshire, you'll get a ticket. You'll get in trouble if you have a suicide knob, which is a knob that bolts to the steering wheel. A lot of times they'll have them in heavy equipment, but I guess the only way you're allowed to have a suicide knob is if you have a disability of some sort, like one-handed, one arm. Then it's admissible. But just like another thing, a lot of people don't know is illegal. If you have lights on a roll bar, you have a roll bar on your pickup truck, and you got a rack of lights on it. Those lights, if you're driving down a public street, all need to have a cover on them, whether it's daytime or nighttime. Because those lights you see up on top, they're not legal for street use. They're just, you can't have a light over a certain height above a bumper. Every state's a little different, but I know up here we've had a couple instances where people have had us remove lights that they installed because the policeman told them they couldn't have those lights up there. Blue lights too. You're not allowed to have blue lights, which is strange because I know there's a Buick that's out right now that has blue halos around the headlights, and I'm curious as to how that ever got by the Department of Transportation. You're not supposed to have any displayed blue lights, for obvious reasons with the police. So, BMW seems to drive all right. Nothing special. I figure, like I said the other day, there's not really a lot of interesting stuff coming around right now. It's the bleak part of the year, the first full week after the holidays. No one's thinking about their muscle car in their garage. No one's at that point wanting their classic car or their performance vehicle out in this stuff. So we get radiators in Mustangs, we get radiators in BMWs, brakes and oil changes. You know, busy work. A lot of busy work. We're a very, very busy shop for two techs. You know, me and the other tech, Paul. I don't know if you guys have really seen much of him on the channel. I'm trying to get him to start his own channel, and he's done a couple videos, but the trouble is that I find with YouTube, if you don't watch YouTube, it's really hard to appreciate a YouTuber's videos. You understand what I'm saying? If you make videos, if you do this, you see other people making them, and it's you can tell that they put a lot of work into it and a lot of thought into it, but it hasn't got that production value. You know, it's some of these people that I work with watch some of my videos, and it's like, I don't know what they're expecting. Are you expecting, you know, perfect editing and title cards and all of that? That stuff takes time. That stuff takes money. I just like to show what's in the bay if it's interesting, and as quick as I can make a video. It kills me to know how many of these videos I have that just don't come out. You know, since the last video, I think I've tried to make 4 videos that I'd get halfway through, and then something would go awry, and I couldn't end up videoing it because other stuff happens with other cars, and yeah, you know. Anyways, I'm rambling on. But I guess it wasn't really a very good video today. Just some yapping about Mustangs and BMWs, but blue lights, the police flying around. You didn't see them, but oh, damn mailman just pulling right out in front of you. What are you doing? What are you doing right now? What's the matter for yourself? Well, anyways, boys, I'm just yammering on here. We got holy crap! Oh, the blue lights, huh? Something going on down there. Something happening down there. Well, anyway, I think this weekend coming up, we're gonna be pulling the Super Scoot out of the basement. I didn't properly winterize that bike. I just kind of, you know, we were moving the shop and all of that happy hush shit. I think I'm gonna get the Flowmaster Super Scoot out this weekend. I was gonna do it the other day, yesterday actually, but the weather was just nasty. I didn't feel like digging it out and opening the basement and showing you guys how that thing was designed to fit inside of the back of a Saab 9000. But if nothing else comes up, other than that, actually we'll get that Volvo tomorrow, and then next weekend we'll break out the Super Scoot. I'll throw a little link to some of the other videos of that Scoot in the description of the video, and that's a neat bike. A lot of you guys that have come over from Musty's channel, I gave him the second version of the bike. The Super Scoot, I have the link I'm going to show you to, or you have seen, is version 1, and it's a crazy bike. But I'm back here at the shop, and I got to get this friggin' radiator in and out of this thing. So anyways, guys, this was just a lot of talking, huh? But anyway, until next time, keep it out of the cabbage.